What's up, guys? Welcome to your Friday physics class. Hope everybody has had a great week. And we are starting off with some silver and blood today. We will be wrapping up with Nikke in the second half of the stream. Hope you guys stick around for both. If not, chill with, whatever game you prefer. I'm trying to get more people on the silver and blood train, though. I'm telling you, it is a lot of fun. I did a survey on Discord, which was pretty interesting. Like my community Discord. Link in the description of pretty much all my videos, link on my channel, whatever, if you want to join my Discord. It's open to the public, but yeah, I have a little survey result on my phone here that I just want to talk about. I did this the day before yesterday, I guess. It was a 24 hours, so I started it yesterday, and then it wrapped up. I'm sorry, the day before yesterday, then it wrapped up sometime yesterday. And basically, I asked people what games they played, and the options were either Nikke, Silver and Blood, Etheria Restart, Girls Frontline 2, or other mobile games. So, literally any other mobile games that you guys play that, counted on that. So I figured that was probably going to get a lot of votes. But let's talk about the actual results here. I thought this was interesting just because I want to know what people in my community are playing. And this is definitely a smaller sample size because there's way more people just watching my videos and streams in general as opposed to people that are on my Discord. I have over 5,000 subs on YouTube, but only I don't know what it is, last time I checked, 500 people on my Discord or something like that. So it's definitely smaller, but this really kind of shows me what the most actively involved people are interested in and doing, which I think is worth noting. But just so you guys know, there is kind of a sampling bias there for people that are on Discord. So it's going to be the most actively involved people usually. So no surprise to me, the biggest result or the winner was Nikke. So 45% of people said they played Nikke. Now, it's important to know that on this survey, you could make multiple selections. So if you played more than one game, of course, you could choose those. But yeah, 45% of people said they played Nikke. And I'm honestly surprised that wasn't even more because I think I'm definitely most well known as a Nikke creator. Most of my videos that I put out historically have been Nikke. And that's how I started. And yeah, so I'm surprised it wasn't 90% of people said they played Nikke, but whatever. It was still the highest voted one that people said they played Nikke. Not surprising. Nikke is not going anywhere. I think it's the greatest gacha game ever made. It's great. And then the next highest vote was other mobile games, which that's not really that surprising either. Because again, that could be literally anything, right? If people play Honkai Star Rail or Genshin Impact or Azure Lane or Fate Grand Order or ZZZ or whatever, that's all included in there. There's a ton of games that a lot of people play, even if it's not their main game. And so that was the next highest one. So not super surprised about that. And I play other games that I don't even make content for, and some that I've never made content for, some that I've kind of stepped back and play really casually, but I still play once in a while, even though I don't stream them and stuff. So I get it. I get it. What was kind of surprising to me is that the third highest vote was Girls Frontline 2. You guys can't read this. I don't know why I'm bothering to hold that up to the camera, but Girls Frontline 2 was the number 3, which did used to be a pretty big part of my channel, and I think it was a pretty big game launch, but I've heard that a lot of people have been leaving the game recently. And I don't know if that's really a mass exodus or if it's just the random things on the internet that I've seen. I don't know if that's really indicative of a problem with Girls Frontline 2. I have no idea. I haven't played it. I haven't logged in for months. So maybe. But I'd heard that it's people are getting less and less interested in it, but it looks like there's still a decent number of people in my community that play it. Not tons. I mean, it was 14%, so it's not tons of people, but 14% is still significant of people in my community play Girls Frontline 2. And then The next two were tied. They were the lowest votes. Silver and Blood and Ethereum Restart, each tied for 5%. You guys know how I've been feeling about Ethereum Restart, and I'm pretty sure that's not just my community. That only 5% of people are playing Ethereum Restart. The devs have done anything and everything possible to ruin that game. It had so much promise, and I feel like you could say that about a lot of games. Like, oh, it looked really cool, and then it turned out not to be good. But like Ethereum, I think genuinely had a lot of potential, and its initial launch was very good, and then they just didn't do anything better. If anything, they made things worse. I shouldn't say that. They did make some improvements. They made the wrong improvements. Anyway, so Ethereum Restart is massively hemorrhaging games. Most of the people in my community don't play it, and I could tell that. Like, the videos get hardly any views nowadays. Chat gets super quiet when I streamed it, which is why I just decided I wasn't going to make more content for it. But anyway, it tied with Silver and Blood, which I just started playing a little over a week ago. Maybe it's like 2 weeks now. And so I came late to it, and video views are like kind of low, but I think I'm trying to like introduce more people to it. I feel like if anybody is, you know, a Nikke player that, you know, is looking for another game to play, maybe they're dropping Ethereum Restart, or they're dropping Ghost Frontline 2, or they just want to add another game, Silver and Blood, guys, it's very good. But, you know, I have made caveats about it in my videos. If you're curious what those are, you can go watch them and find out for yourself, you know, because I don't want to just like push people into things, because these are the type of things that, you know, is, if anything, like a time investment, or if not, you know, people getting invested in a community or monetary investment or whatever. So, you know, I do want people to like always kind of like know what they're getting into. But anyway, so yeah, I just thought that was really interesting. Nikke will continue to be kind of the backbone of my content. And I don't think anybody's going to be surprised or complain about that. And then I think Silver and Blood will continue to ramp up a bit. And it's going to be the other main thing that I do. Anyway, let me take a look at chat. I've been kind of like rambling here with this long intro. Thanks to anybody who can join. I know the early Friday afternoons is very different than my typical schedule. Tree Fox says, Sin is best girl. Hey, we got a Sin fan. I mean, that's like super random, since like Sin hasn't had any recent content, but that's cool. I like Sin too. I really like her look. I don't know if she's best girl, but I support it. Glad you have a favorite. What's up, Dr. Eagles? He says, hey, Sparks. Good evening, Commanders. What's up, Warlock Warlord? Vermouth Olive. Hey, hey. Togashi says, sadly, I don't think the survey included Uma Musume, surprisingly wholesome for gacha. Oh, yeah, Uma Musume is bizarre as hell, but it is wholesome. And again, that would have been included in the other gacha games, right? Which is another huge one, and I'm sure contributed to why that section got so many votes. Let's see. Let's go to the council chamber. Dr. Yule says it's also skewed since you posted it in the Nikke general channel of your Discord. Yeah, I mean, that's a reasonable thing to mention. That said, I did link it and put the survey in every other channel. Like literally every channel in my Discord got the post about it, but the actual survey itself was in Nikke general. So, I mean, that is a fair thing to point out. But I put it in there because that's just like the most active channel. Dr. Yellow says, it's because of the $200 gotcha skin on CN. Whoa, wait, okay. I'm looking at these messages late, but what was the $200 gotcha skin on the CN server? Which game was that? That's insane. I mean, like, I don't know. Is it stupider than the $50 background you can get in Ethereum Restart? I swear to God, that's literally the stupidest thing I've ever seen in any gotcha game. Chapter 9 made you love Amy, got a good laugh out of me. Warlock Warlord is talking about Chapter 9 of Silver and Blood. Dude, it's Chapter 9. I mean, in general, I told you, like, I don't know who was saying this in chat last stream, but like the whole part of the story where you're on the ship, it starts out a little slow, but it gets so good. It's a really good story, and I agree, Warlock. Amy's one of my favorite characters. The $200 gotcha skin was in Girls Frontline 2. Bro. I don't know. Like, I mean, there's been insane multi-$100 skins in other games too. I don't know for sure. I can't think. I know they exist. I can't think of what games off the top of my head. Like, not even gotcha games, but like other computer games, whatever. And it blows my mind that anybody does that. And, you know, like, spend the money on things that you find fun with, you know, like, as long as it's your disposable income, if that's like not an irresponsible thing for you to do. Whether you buy a $200 cosmetic in a video game, or you buy shoes or a shirt, or you go blow it on eating out or whatever, it doesn't matter. Do what you like. But for me personally, I don't know. I cannot imagine, like, that would be so far down on my priority list of what I would want to do with my, like, fun money. It just sounds so absurd. Because when I think about, like, if I'm putting, like, that into the realm of, like, I feel like I have, like, subsections, right? Like, I have, like, my total budget for, like, all money that I have. And then part of that is going to be, like, expendable, like, hobby or, like, fun money. And then a section of that is going to be like gaming. If I'm going to spend like $200, I'm going to buy like multiple other like AAA games or like a huge amount of resources in the gacha game. Like, I'm not going to buy a skin. That's just so insane to me. But yeah, I don't know. Are people buying it? I feel like people must be like quitting over that. Meanwhile, people are complaining about Nikke, and the last time we had a single banner was that June or May. I mean, Nikke's been pouring on the units. It has been kind of crazy. I feel like they could definitely slow down on the amount of units. It's not just one skin though, it's like 3 total. Oh, well then it's totally reasonable. The problem is to get everything. The ceiling is $200. It's a bikini skin for Klukai and Dom Mommy skin for Andrus and something else. All right, let me just say Klukai doesn't need a bikini skin. Klukai looked great in her skin already. I would argue, I've seen the bikini skin you're talking about. I would argue her alternate skin on launch is way hotter than an actual bikini. Just saying. Like, I'm just like thinking if I saw a girl in real life wearing a bikini versus wearing Klukai's alternate skin that she got on launch, definitely the other skin is going to catch my attention as opposed to just a girl in a swimsuit. So, free or $200? Anyway, that's totally subjective. It doesn't even matter. Pretty sure Sora was the last time we had one banner at once. Yes, Togashi, I think you're right. Sora was the last single Nikke banner. Anyway, we got to do the council. So this is like our advising here. Regarding continuing to support Kane's unknown alchemical research. So Kane is an alchemist. Very interesting, like behind the scenes kind of guy. He's probably doing some weird alchemic research. Should we support it? Let's see. Begin meeting. Some vassals are very curious about the alchemical research Kane has been conducting. Some vassals are very curious about the alchemical research Kane has been conducting in secret, and they hope he could share some of his findings with Kane talking to Lamine's portrait. I won't say anything more than that, so I don't give spoilers, but that was some really interesting lore and really made me like excited for what's going to happen in the future. Anyway, then our negative Nancy garlic guy over here, or white onion, whatever he is, I'm going to say he's a garlic, which is ironic since he's with vampires. Recreating vassals and preparing for the return of the moon are all thanks to Kane's efforts. You probably have no idea how much he has contributed to reviving the Bathory family's bloodline. Furthermore, he never used family funds for his research. What right do you have to criticize him? Continue with your research, old friend. That is your prerogative. I mean, I gotta say, on paper, I kind of agree with the Garlic Knight, but Kane is shady as hell. All right, so what are your thoughts? You suppose, is this supposed to be some kind of joke? Okay. She's against it. Hottie's on the fence. Bella doesn't like it. Iona doesn't really like it. Okay. So I think... So continue to support Kane's unknown chemical research. I feel like they all say we should not support it. So, should we turn a blind eye? I'm never sure like when the middle option is appropriate. Kane is the Eisen of Silver and Blood? Wait, who's Eisen? I feel like I should know who that is. So I think we'll go with this, because everybody seems pretty negative about it. So we'll say demand Kane's discloses research. Okay, yes. Iona liked it. Oh, Otavia did not like it. Oh, interesting. Okay. Neither did Hottie. Neither did Bella. Neither did that version of Iona. All right, I read that completely wrong. These are kind of tough sometimes, but I got affinity up with Bella anyway, so that's cool, I guess. Grab some rewards.
A fulfilling day indeed.
I always wonder who's saying this. She's like, a fulfilling day indeed. I'm not sure whose voice actor that is. Like, which character is saying that? Okay, so for Bella, we can get a new reward for her journal entry. I'm getting kind of close to breaking the 160 wall, which I'm not even close to level 160. I'm like, what, 108? Yeah, 108. But I already have Bella at max limit break and Piera at max limit break, which means I only need 3 more. And I have 2 selection coffins and enough summon tickets to buy another copy. So then I could complete Otavia and I could complete Hati or Lamia, which would only leave me needing 1 more, meaning I have 4 max limit breaks and only need 2 copies of 1 more unit. So I'm feeling like I'm in a pretty strong position here. Oh, I need to equip some equipment.
Will I ever be free of the shackles of the past?
Here we go. Trickle down. It's a villain from anime Bleach, but the meme is everything happens in that universe because he planned it. Ah, okay. Yeah, I've never watched Bleach, which is kind of funny. That's probably like the only like major shonen anime or manga I haven't watched / read like from that era. But yeah, I don't think I've ever watched or read a single chapter of Bleach. Let's go to the event. But yes, Kane is like the mastermind, and again, I don't want to give spoilers to people, but he definitely has like plans in the background and is like trying to manipulate people for sure. I gotta sneeze. Ooh. Takashi says, I've never watched Bleach and nothing of value was lost. Yeah, you know, I heard that it starts out so good and then it falls off hard. But I heard that the creator, like a lot of manga writers, kind of had some real struggles with like having to pump out content too fast. So it's understandable. But yeah, I heard it was initially really cool and then just sort of got like worse and worse. Okay, so we're going to try this Cosmic Singularity level 2. I just recently beat level 1 just yesterday. Keep in mind, I'm a low level. But it was hard. It was hard because you had to fight enemies from both directions, and it took me quite a while to figure out the right positioning. I think I had to get a little bit better equipment and so on. Dylan says, hey Sparks, what's the word on Agnes? So Agnes is the newest character. We're all going to get her for free in a few days. So just keep that in mind. You will get a free copy of Agnes, but she does have a banner. From what I have seen, I haven't gotten her early. I'm just waiting to get my free copy. But from what I have seen, she is not worth getting extra copies for, but is a good unit. But you can just get your free copy and don't worry about it. But she looks like she will have some uses. And I think kind of same for Quinn. Quinn is probably better than Agnes, but also for like 90% of people, I think just get your one copy of Quinn, which you won't get for free. You'll have to pull for her. But you don't really need to get a bunch of them. All right, sweet. We actually cleared that on our first try. I have to wait for the next day to be able to do level 3. But yeah, this is Agnes, and we're going to get her for free right here in X amount of days. As long as you, like, you know, keep doing the daily challenges to fill this up, and you'll get to claim her here. She is a crescent moon with an ultimate cost of 3, which I think is really useful. 3 is like the lowest cost, I believe, in the game, which is pretty cool. So she's definitely useful from that point of view. But again, I don't think she's someone that you need to like worry about getting a bunch of copies of. Pick up your one copy and you're good to go. Does she have extra outfits? No, she doesn't. Okay. All right, time to do some hard mode. More raw materials for my merchandise. Dude, she is definitely a creepy doll. I probably didn't need to worry about optimizing my layout there because I think I'm too powerful for this stage anyway, but I figured I always try and put people in the right position, or at least try different spots so I get in the habit of it. What is this? Oh, okay. This is like the faction stats bonus. Breeding grounds, ew.
I'll take care of these guys. Past or future, every me stands between now and customer.
If you're liking the stream, a like if you're watching on YouTube would be much appreciated. If you're watching on Twitch, just thanks for being there.
Countless victories guide us to the next battle.
Dude, this event story, I feel like, was pretty critical to the lore. Like, the event when I started playing was Timeless Iona. It was really interesting, but I feel like, you know, if I'd missed that, like, whatever, it wouldn't really have made any difference as far as, like, understanding the game and the lore and stuff. It was very good. It was very good. Don't get me wrong. But it wasn't so, like, critical to, like, knowing the lore. Oh, I just realized I don't have my bonus units. Oh my gosh, that's dumb. Okay, hold up. We need to revise this. I need Kane in here. And Augustine. Oh, I've wasted a bunch already. That's kind of annoying. But there, now I have a 100% drop rate here for the bonus. Man, that's frustrating. I just did those last 2 stages without realizing I didn't have the right units in here. Oh well. All right, go. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, but I feel like this event has had like a lot of like main story lore implications. Like it is like prequel stuff, so it's not like if you don't do it you'll be lost in the story or anything. That's definitely not true. But you learn so much about like the history of the characters. It's yeah, I feel like this is an event that like people don't want to miss, you know? Let's move this way. So this is Silver and Blood Overzone. Oh, like as far as being like lore yeah, I get, yeah, you could say that. Silver and Blood Overzone. Yeah. that's a good analog. I like that. You know, Kayn is rated on like every tier list as being like the worst character in the game. I don't really see it, to be honest. Like, I feel like I probably am just not far enough in the game to know. And I've listened to critiques on why people saying he's so bad, and it makes sense. But in practice, I feel like he's actually been pretty good. Like, he's definitely not the best, you know, like, it's not like I'm going to say he's as good as Taima Sayona or Bella or whatever, right? I mean, he's, you know, like, whatever. But he has not seemed bad to me. Like, he seems like a pretty good DPS, to be honest. But again, I think it's probably just the things that I've been fighting. And maybe later in the game, I'll see how he's really lacking. Dude, Iona is so crazy. Okay, so that was all the runs that we had for today. So tomorrow I'll finish the last stages of hard mode. Grab some task rewards. And get some pulls. You would guess the tier lists are based on endgame. Yeah, probably. Because, I mean, honestly, it probably is kind of how most tier lists are, right? You're looking at, like, what's a character's maximum potential at, like, peak difficulty. It's true. Okay. Ancestral Vault. Still working on getting our Serene. Probably, with looking how fast I'm filling this up, probably need another 2.5, 3 weeks, I'm guessing, to get Serene. She's in this backstory. She's part of the lore right now for the event. And yeah, she's one of the ancestors for the Bathory family. Okay, so I need to enhance equipment 3 times. So I'm going to make a full equipment guide video, but what is really cool about this game with equipment is, like, this is a tier 6 piece of gear. And there's, I forget, it's either 9 or 10 tiers in this game for gear. And so it's like, you don't really want to spend your resources leveling this up, right? But I can actually level this up guilt-free because all the experience will actually transfer if I use this piece of equipment to level up the next one. So you don't lose any resources by leveling lower tier gear, which is pretty cool. And to be honest, I haven't really needed to do that at all. Like, you'll see this still level 0 because I've kind of been taking it slow, pushing through the story, the main campaign. But knowing that when I do eventually get stuck and I can just, like, add that to my gear without worrying about it is really cool. I think that's really nice. Okay, so we completed that quest. So we got some more, what is this called? Mead of Rebirth. It's like honey and blood mixed together. I don't know. There we go. So the other one I have to do is attempt Infinite Abyss. Stage 3. Okay. I do have a mold. So we're going to open up this Perfect Shard. Another guaranteed SSR. What I'm hoping for most is definitely one of the characters that I'm getting more duplicates for. Because like I said, I'm getting very close to just having enough for the 160 wall, which is pretty exciting. Because if I can have that squared away before I even hit level 160, that would be epic. And like I've said with Nikke, and in my video about Silver and Blood, like if you think ahead on these things, you'll be prepared. You won't have a problem. But it does require you to plan from the very beginning to make sure you don't get stuck. All right, so we just leveled up our faction bonuses. And let's go to the Lost Courtyard and see what's in the Infinite Abyss.
Not my forte.
This is like your tower mode if you're a Nikke player. I just recently got to the point of not having to use any SRs, which is kind of cool. Okay. What's really cool about, wait, what's this guy's name? Augustine? Yeah, Augustine, is he can pull a unit towards him. So at the very beginning of the battle, he's going to grab this guy and pull him in. So this can be really cool. So if I move him here, he's going to grab this caster in the background and pull him forward. And then I can start beating up on him. Also pretty useful in PvP. Because, you know, people have set their defense lineups, and then you just, like, rearrange them with Augustine. So, pretty nice. Let's do this and start. No degree of planning can overcome bad luck, and while Nikke has made it easier, it still would be better if it just didn't exist. I mean, yes, RNG is still a thing. You can definitely get screwed over. But, you know, we just have to deal with statistics and set yourself up for success as much as possible. You know, like if you're more likely to get that, then, you know, it's going to make it easier. And I don't know if it would be better. Like, maybe it would be. I don't know. I always try and think about these things from like a game designer's point of view and not like just the player experience. And sometimes what feels better to the player isn't actually better for the game. And I don't know if that's really the case with like a 160 wall in Nikke and Bloodborne. But maybe. Because it does change. Like, you could be cynical about it and be like, oh, well, it's going to make people spend more money to do more polls because they get stuck on a level. Which is true, and I'm sure that is absolutely a part of it. They are 100% here to make money, right? But also, it does make you, like, as a new player, focus the units that you're building. And so then rather than, like, spreading out your resources and having, like, a bunch of, like, low stat units, you will naturally build a strong core team because you got these 5 units to max limit break. So, you know, there is like a positive influence this has on inexperienced gamers as well. All right, let's try one stage here on the main tower. Stream started mad early. I mean, it's scheduled for 4 on Fridays, but it's definitely earlier than normal. But welcome, Lone Syndicate. Vermouth says your Ludmilla was kind of buff for a while. Yeah, I mean, because, yeah. Ooh, this is a really hard stage because we're hit. This is one of these ones where we're like being hit from both sides. That's pretty tough.
I'll take care of these guys.
I think we'll do. I guess we'll do this. Ooh, this is tough. I might not be strong enough to beat this. I am underpowered. And being hit from both sides and being underpowered makes it way more difficult. It makes it a lot harder to just like be strategic because you're just like, well, I'm going to get hit one way or another. So then like it becomes much more of a stat check. Luckily, this is an English class. That's right, we're in physics class, not English class. Well, we actually are passing. Okay. I mean, we weren't like severely underpowered, so maybe I was like a little too intimidated than I needed to be, but cool. We cleared it. By the way, how's the game sound? No one's complained, so I'm going to assume it's good.
A fulfilling day indeed.
Oh, let me see if... I just realized I haven't done my extra sermon. Let's do that. And then I'll level up, if I can. Who hasn't been leveled yet? Oh, SETI. So you guys are getting no sound. You guys can't hear the game at all? That is unintentional if you guys are getting zero sound. Hold up. You guys actually don't hear any sound? It should be like low in the background per usual. Okay, see how many times we can get it. So Octavia, Bella, Kane, Iona, SETI. Okay, okay. I can probably level up Octavia and Bella, I'm guessing, but I won't sync everybody to 111 yet. Oh, and Kane. Okay, we got one extra.
Is there a task that requires my attention? Or perhaps you seek to...
Yeah, I mean, I can bump it up a little bit. I don't know. We'll bump up the sound slightly. But I do want it to be, like, you know, low and not so noticeable. You always have loud AC going in the room. I mean, it's probably a combination of things. It's probably a combination of things. Okay, so yeah, I'm not going to pull for Agnes yet. Strong unit, but we'll wait for my free one. Maybe at the end of the banner, I'll try and get one copy of Quinn. But again, I want to make sure I pass the 160 wall no matter what. If I pass the 160 wall, then I'll probably try and get one copy of Quinn. Ooh, we have enough for a multi on the friendship banner too. So that's cool. Okay. Oh, more things I can do for the Ancestral Vault. Give her some more of that, what is that, mead honey? What the heck was this called? Mead of Rebirth? Kane's Alchemy, who's bringing back the Bathory Elders. Okay, yeah. So, I was going to say Time-Worn Mausoleum. Do I want to keep this lineup? I feel like I probably just want to keep this lineup. Yeah, We'll go with that. So I have like 3 melee people, one of them summoning, and then 2 range units to back them up. We'll see how this goes.
That's not a customer.
There go my little puppets. Oh, right. We get Otavia's weapon immediately. But I'm going to need Mercury and Laurel. Okay.
Past without end becomes this moment. And the
Dude,
future
Iona's
without limit
ultimate
begins
is
from
so stupid strong. Just like lasers everywhere. What does this do? Oh, so that's for Iona. Oh yeah, we'll take this one. If we get Iona's weapon, that'll be nice. Oh, another wave is opening from the right.
That's not a customer.
And another wave from the left. Okay, this might get crazy. Hopefully we don't get totally overrun here. I need to finish like one of those weapons.
Becomes this
Hopefully I get lucky on the drops.
future without limit begins from here. That's not a customer.
Ooh, I got some Mercury. Heck yeah, okay. Finished Otavia's weapon. Couldn't have come in a better time. I don't really need this blood thing. Let's just expand the board. Ooh, okay. And there's Iona's weapon. We already have the Firefly to go with it. So now I need 2 things of silver. I've not seen any silver yet. What about this salt? What does this thing do? I don't think I really need to worry about the salt. We'll just expand the board again.
And that's death. That's not a customer.
Dude, these like dark cloaked mages are kind of creepy. Dude, Iona just obliterated them. That's so crazy. Okay. So Lamia's bats. That's good. So I need a fang and an antler. I'm not going to need any more mercury. So we'll expand the board again.
That's not a customer. That's not a customer. That's not a customer. Without end becomes this moment. And the future without limit begins from here.
Send them to hell. That puppet is so annoying. Okay. Return to fight. Do I need sulfur? Oh, I could use it for this new thing that I just got. Ooh, we got silver. Okay, silver. Good, 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 good. Let's move all this over, because I'm going to need to attach another silver to it.
That's not a customer.
Okay, we're holding them off pretty well. We're about to get a big boss dude showing up, though. So hopefully we don't get overwhelmed. Iona got her burst off just in time, but there's still so many guys. Oof, they're breaking through, they're breaking through. We have to keep them from getting into this portal behind us. So you'll see 0 out of 10 have gone through. Okay, nice. Another ultimate from Iona.
Customer begins from here.
And we got another silver. Okay, good, good, good. Iona's weapon, that'll be huge. That'll be huge. I guess I'll take this thing. It's not useful at the moment, but maybe it will be. So yeah, if 10 phantoms get through the portal, then you fail the stage. Or if you just die, obviously, you would fail the stage.
And that's that.
Okay, so I did get this. It'll give me a marksman buff. The attack speed for Iona will be pretty insane, and it goes with this thing that I just picked up. This iron does literal nothing, but we'll just take it. Because sure, might be useful in the future. And this expansion is like tiny, so I don't really need to worry about it. If it was a big expansion, then like maybe I'd feel like I needed to take it. Gotta scoot in. Ooh, alright, there's the whole stage box. The Avatar of Death coming in from the back. All of these are pretty bad, not gonna lie. Let's, I don't know, move some things down. Do I want this? Blood Soul recovery increased slightly, plus 300. I mean, I guess. There's not really any other better thing to take, so I'll just take this. Sure. Ooh, okay, we got a Wolf Fang. That will connect to Lamia's bats, so I still need an antler. This blood thing connects to this spilled tea. This is a fun game mode. Pretty cool game mode. And it's like kind of unique from the other modes in the game. Oh, what do we do with this pearl? Oh, I didn't even mean to. Okay, okay, we can complete this. What did this give me? Critical damage up and physical damage. Okay, okay. Not bad, not bad. Let's kind of like reconfigure our shit. Move this over. Move that up. Okay. Yes, we'll take Haughty's Claw. Oh, he's charging up. He's about to do a Hidoken. Alright, we got our spilled tea, which is not amazing, but whatever. Any bonus is good. Let's move this down here, and I will take Bella's treasure. Okay, so no other enemies are going to spawn. I think we got this, because he's already low health. Nice. Bob says, I unlocked a new stage for this today, which had Bob as the end boss. Bob is fighting himself in-game. I don't know if that was intentionally a joke or not. But here, we got new achievements. Hello? Achievements? Yes, claim. Ooh, and we can get a talent. Okay, so these are like permanent buffs that you'll have going into any stages in this game mode. So I can either get more crit damage or unlocks Meteora in the Time Worn Mausoleum. I don't know what Meteora is. Do I want this? I don't know what this is. I will take it because it seems interesting. I don't know what Meteora is. It's another item maybe that I can pick up. I'm guessing it's another item I can pick up for building the weapons. I'm assuming that's what that is. Why do I still have a notification here? Oh, claim today's rewards. Okay. Okay, so we got Tomb of the Fallen and arena fights left. What do I have to do in the castle? Oh, ritual chamber. Okay, so we can get our faction bonuses up more.
Oh, my spoils of war. Impressive, right?
Impressive. Okay, so I think it's time to do our friendship poll. Let us embrace in the celestial concerto. All right, 10 times summon. You guys know how I feel about the power of friendship. Nothing. I've actually had super good luck on this. I pulled SSRs twice from this so far. So I think I'm like 50-50 with getting SSRs. But not today. Not today. And it gave me some more summon currency, so that's cool too. Unfortunately, only have one of these scrolls for Soothing Embrace, so yeah. I have hit the milestone for both of my coffin selectors. But it's going to be a while. I have to get 450 until I get the free selector for an ancestor. Right now, I think I'm probably going to go for Seth, but a lot could change. Like, I might just get something else naturally or new units are released, because it's going to be a while until I get this. But Seth is currently my #1 target. Because fortunately, I already have Lamine. I already have Transcendent Haughty. My second choice would probably be Transcendent Amy. Just because I do like Amy's character. And Transcendent Amy is pretty cool. But I think Seth is still going to be my #1 choice if nothing changes. Okay. So I guess it's time to do our perfect shard. So again, this is a guaranteed SSR. I don't know which one, obviously, but it'll be guaranteed. Of units I don't have, what would be cool to get? Of units that I don't have. Acapella would be a huge win, obviously. Her character is OP, and in-game, she's also extremely strong. Like, both in-universe and in the meta is cool. It's always nice when those things match up. Like, you want, like, your powerful characters to actually be powerful, right? And Acapella definitely lives up to that. And I don't have her yet. Another one that I don't have that I would like would be Ressa. Yeah, she looks good. And is kind of an interesting, mysterious character. I just started chapter 12, so just starting to like learn a little more about her. Other characters that I don't have that would be cool.
Do you have a new task?
Triss is interesting. Yeah, Triss. I don't think she's actually that good, but she's kind of a mysterious old character. But what I'm really hoping for is either Del Carlo. Del Carlo is probably her or Acapella are what I want the most. Her or Acapella are what I want the most. Unfortunately, I also missed a great skin for Del Carlo. I started right after the summer event ended, which is really unfortunate. But Del Carlo got this skin, and yeah, I will never be able to get that, unfortunately. They'll probably rerun it. Even more sad is missing the skin for Starry-Eyed Iona, who I pulled on stream, last stream. This was also part of the summer collab. Missed out on that too. Sag. So, Yeah. Anyway, let's actually do it. So yeah, what I really want is like units that I already have that I'm trying to max limit break. So getting another copy of Otavia or Lamia or something like that. So, yeah, let's see what we get.
Amy Landis at your service for the duration of this voyage.
Amy. Okay, okay. I don't hate it. You know, she's a duplicate. She's not one of the ones I already had at max limit break. So that's cool, actually. And like I said, I do like Amy's character. So that'll take her to limit break 2, which is actually pretty great. That's kind of a W.
Welcome back. I've prepared your room for you.
So yeah, let's limit break her.
So, you need me to protect you after all.
There we go. One more. And then she'll be able to get to 200. So with that in mind, let's see. If I used my pulling currency to get my last Otavia, and then I used my 2 copies, or my 2 coffins to finish Lamia, that'd be 1, 2, 3, 4. I would just need to pull 1 more Amy, and then I'm good. 1 more Amy. Yeah. That's actually... Dude, I'm so prepared for the 160 ball. I'm so prepared. Because considering I'm only at level 110... Well, actually 1.9 in the synchro. And I don't even have enough like leveling resources to level past that. So yeah, I'll be good. Warlock says, by the way, I managed to get Del Carlo, so now I have both your favorite looking characters. Nice. Congrats on the Del Carlo. That's super nice. What was your other one? Del Carlo's a really interesting character in the story too. She's also like an elder, and she can turn into a cat. And so she's always like sneaking around as a cat. It's pretty interesting. Okay. Next, I think we'll go back. Well, actually, no, let's do Night of the Hunt. Are premium banner units already in the coffins like Lamia? So all non-ancestors are in the coffins. So if we go back and look really quick, the new units that are currently rate up, of course, are not in the shards or the coffins. So I can't choose, you know, basically, let me just make this simpler. The coffins are what they are. So new banners will not be added to the coffins. But yes, I believe Lamia is in here. Oh, maybe Lamia isn't. I take that back. Lamia is not in here, because I think Lamia was a rate-up banner after launch. But yeah, the coffins are like all the the launch units, more or less. And then in the shards, these are all the non-ancestor units, every non-ancestor unit in the game, including units like Lamia, etc. What is not in here are ancestors, and the ancestors are only in that ancestor-specific coffin. Also, you hope there will be skin reruns. Dude, I hope there will be skin reruns as well. And I imagine there will be. I imagine there will be. But as far as those summer ones that we missed, we all know that's going to be a long wait. Okay. Tomb of the Fallen.
Facing a powerful enemy from your past is no
So I can get a full clear on this guy. I did yesterday for the first time. this guy's a major part of the current event story.
We fight to bring peace.
I thought I had this set. I guess I don't. Okay. Let's set it up. Oops, not that one. Boop, boop, boop. Alright, good. Can't you do the new difficulty after 12.3? It is 12 something, yeah. And you get better gear? Yeah. Yep. Yes, sir. Which I am kind of at like a gear like bottleneck at this point. Like pretty much all my units have all tier 6 gear. I think I have one piece of tier 7, but I haven't done any content that's given me any more tier 7 or above gear yet. Phase 2. There's our tier 7. Oh no, Hottie's about to go down. Maybe I'm getting bad RNG here. Because this is not looking like I'm going to get the full clear. Only Iona. Tier 8. Probably, yeah, there I died. I did not get to tier 9. Bad RNG, I guess. Okay. I don't think it affects my awards all that much. Okay, so it's 12.8 that I have to beat, not 12.3, 12.8. So yeah, not quite far enough in the story. I'm on 12 something right now, but yeah, we'll have to wait. Let me see what gear. Did anybody get any better gear? Oh, some people did actually. Okay. I will give it to Van Helsing.
That is my life's purpose.
Yeah, so he still has some people still have tier 5, I guess. So getting tier 6 gear isn't terrible, I suppose. I think Frederick is who has my one piece of tier 7. It's a piece of heavy armor, and just like hardly any units use heavy armor. So even though I rarely use Frederick, he got it. Because the only other like heavy armor person, I don't know, does Darcius use heavy armor? No, she has medium armor. Maybe Yggdrasil? Yeah, he uses heavy, but Frederick is better than Yggdrasil. Like, there's only a few like tanks in the game that use heavy armor, and almost everybody else uses medium or light. Okay. What do I need to do next? Arena? I guess I need to do arena. Wait, did I equip all my armor? I did not. Okay. Not that it's going to make any difference for Arena. I'll give it to Darcius.
Defy order.
And then Pierre, I can get one too.
Feels right.
Oh, what is this? Oh, this is exactly what you were just talking about. I have not tried this yet. So today is the first day that I have this. I'm guessing this is going to be like special arena in Nikke. Gonna talk about possible Nikke's becoming bunny girls? Yeah, we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it. Edit my defense lineup. Yes. Okay, so Lamine is pretty strong. She has some crazy abilities, but is terrible as a defensive arena unit because this ability goes off at the start of the battle, and they can just place their units so it's just not touching it, and then it just does nothing. So Lamine is terrible. Same kind of idea for Augustine. He's going to grab a unit in front of him, and then they can just, like, move around him. So, like, none of those kind of abilities work. So, yeah, let's start from scratch. Obviously, I want Timeless Iona. Oh, do I have to only use... Oh, I have different teams. Oh, okay. Team 1, Team 2. I see, I see. Yes, so this totally is Special Arena. Okay, so we're going to take everybody off of all the teams. Everybody, yeah, get out of here. Okay, we're going to make Team 2 my strongest team.
Past or future, every me stands with you now.
As
you wish. Past or future.
Yeah, we'll go with this. And we'll put Frederick here. Okay, so we have healer, tank, DPS. Also add Otavia.
To bring peace.
What does Darcius cost? Only 3. I probably want to add her. Or I could do Haughty. Let's put Haughty in here.
Take care of these guys.
Yeah. Okay, so that's my team 2. For team 1, we'll go with Bella, Lamia, Van Helsing. We'll use Darcius. And now I could pick pretty much anybody. Maybe Transcendent Haughty.
It's finally my turn.
I feel like this is a decently it's a little like offense heavy. I don't have like a real sustainer. Maybe I should try and get Adina in here instead. Maybe it's better if I do this.
Do my best.
That might be a more well-rounded team because I still have like enough DPS. I think yeah, I was probably getting greedy if I put Transcendent Haughty in there. 15 units built. You're gonna be a while before I touch this. Yeah, I have, you know, like, I want to say, like, I mean, like, truly built, obviously I have 0, right? Because I'm still leveling up, still getting better gear and whatever. But, like, for where I'm at in the game, I want to say I have a solid 6 units built. And then I have, like, 15 units that, like, I can kind of do stuff with. But definitely this third team is going to be a lot worse. So Gilrain and Transcendent Haughty are both actually really good. Maybe I should actually, for Team 1, maybe I should put Transcendent Haughty and Darcius are a good combo. So maybe instead of using Lamia in this, I should put Transcendent Haughty in Team 2. Wait, no. Team 1, I mean. Yeah, I think we'll do that.
Do my best.
Maybe swap them like this. Yeah. Okay. Gilrain is so dramatic. None shall escape. Okay. Alright, so we'll put Lamia here. Although I worry about not having a good tank with Lamia. But whatever, it is what it is. And then, oh, actually, we want Amy, I think. I can use Yggdrasil, I guess. This is just like a really tanky team, I guess. Alright, so we got Yggdrasil and Amy kind of buffing each other. Lamia is our main DPS. Gilrain can rush in. And then I'm gonna need, I already have all my moons. So I've got full moon, crescent, and new moon. So I can kind of choose anything. But ideally, probably another full moon. I could use Piera. Lamine is, like, powerful, but I just, like I said, she's really bad as a defense team. So as much as I'd like to use Lamine, I think I use Piera instead. So that's okay. That's not a terrible team, to be honest. I mean, Lamia is still, like, a super powerful DPS. And, you know, like, Yggdrasil is a decent tank, and he's getting buffed. Oh, but I just realized. Can I set my ultimate lineup for this? It's the filters.
Past or future?
No, I guess I can't. Huh. Synced offense team, yes. Okay. I guess I can't select my deck for starting burst skills. Okay, so oh boy, these are all really high powers. I'm at 92,000 and the lowest one on here is 123,000. Let's refresh. Yikes, these are all so strong. Okay, oh wait, 97,000. Okay. Is Z someone I can fight? Dude, they're all like I'm too low level, guys. I'm too low level. Okay, here's another 92,000 person. Okay. I can try and fight these people. Let's see. This is maybe an equal fight here. Yeah, this is the power of day one. Yeah, exactly. Okay, so I can see other teams, sure. I can't like. I guess I can reposition people. Can I swap teams? I guess my team 1 just always fights their team 1. Unlike in Nikke, I can't like. I guess I can manually change out units, but fuck it. Let's just see what happens.
A promise.
So this is like my second strongest team.
Not a customer.
Oh yeah, we got obliterated by their timeless Iona.
Every me stands with you now.
No surprise there. Okay, so this is my turn to win here. My timeless Iona will wreck them. Yeah, how do you like that? How do you like getting beaten by timeless Iona? Okay, this is my worst team. Maybe this is against their worst team, I think. Funny, we're both using Lamia as our main DPS. Well, he's got Van Helsing as well. We also both have Amy on this team. So definitely some similarities there. Hopefully, we can take out a few units before his Van Helsing goes off. I think I have a good chance here. Okay, yeah, we are winning. Who was in the wedding dress? That's probably the skin for, what's her name? Nice, we got our first ever win. That's pretty cool. First attack is a win. Ressa. Ressa has a wedding dress skin. That's probably who you're talking about. Okay, so we get 2 attacks. So I get 1 more attack. Can I find somebody else that's close to my power level? I'm a weak-ass bitch. Oh my god. Dude, this person is literally over twice my power. I mean, PvP is not something I'm worried about in this game at all. But this is still fun, you know, to try it at the beginning. They definitely followed the Nikke model here, which is not really a good thing, but it's fine. We're leaning into the vibe of the game, right? Just like the sexy vampires and the good story gameplay. I'm probably not going to find a single person that I can beat. Ravana is the best thing out of PvP? Do you mean Pavana? I think you mean Pavana. Wait, is it Ravana? Am I wrong? Ravana? Pavana? Fee, fi, fo, fofana? Okay, this person is semi-close to me. That still looks really intimidating. I looked at them before. Alright, Z, this is almost 100% a loss. But we'll just do it. This is the only person who's even remotely close to my power level. So we're just going to go with it. I don't know who this, like... Oh, Agaris. I don't think I've ever seen Agaris before. Because I was like, I don't know who this, like, cleric-looking person is in the background. So we're fighting a Starry-Eyed Iona with an Acapella, a Lamia, and a Bella. So we probably lose this. We probably lose this. I could... Can I swap units? Oh, I can swap units. It kind of becomes a whole thing, though. This is like when you tried to swap units in Nikke before they allowed you to swap back and forth teams. So even though this is not optimal, I should just throw like my weak units against this team. I'm going to get crushed here. But whatever. We're just going to leave it.
That's not a customer.
But yeah, they're going to overrun me pretty fast here.
And that's that.
All right, Van Helsing is going off. My Transcendent Haughty is going off. Darcius is going off. I'm doing way better than I expected. This is probably still a loss. Darcius just died. I thought we were going to get crushed almost immediately. And that hasn't happened. Like, you know, we're putting up a fight at least. His blood power was rated so much higher than mine. Trust the puppets. Dude, the problem is we both have puppets. The problem is their Starry-Eyed Iona keeps giving them shields. And I don't have enough damage to go through all that. Never mind, I destroyed their Bella. Yo, we might get there. I think we're actually going to get there. Defeat. Oh, no, we ran out of time. I was actually going to win that. Dude, they only had 2 units left. They only had a Garrus and I think Starry-Eyed Iona was still standing. I was absolutely going to win that. But we ran out of time. And if you go to time, then it goes to the defender. Oh, that sucks. They have Acapella. Yes. Yeah. Maybe it was Acapella and Agaris that were still alive. Either way, I absolutely had that win. I probably needed like another like 10 seconds or so. They were about to die. This is an easy win for us right here. This is an easy win. I kind of hate that games do that. They give like the time win, like the advantage to the defenders. It feels really lame. I feel like it should just be like, you know, you just play it out, and then when you like you win or you lose, like don't put a time limit on it. Okay, so this is why I'm saying that Lamine is really bad in defense, because look, her blood bubble back here is not going to hit a bunch of my units. And I could even like move Pierre further away, but whatever, we're just going to do this. So she did mark Piera, but that's fine. She also got the buff from Yggdrasil, so I left her there. Unfortunately, this is just my weakest team by far. So, it's going to be a struggle. Who is this unit? I'm not sure who this person in the back is. We're winning, though. They're dead. It's only Lamine left standing. There we go. Took the victory. 2 for 2 on day 1 against an opponent that was much stronger than me. There we go. That's how it's done. I'm pro. Okay. To the normal arena fights.
Great riches abound. Care to give it a try?
We'll pick on an easy target.
To bring peace.
I'll take care of these guys.
We got another Agaris. Now I'm going to see him everywhere. If it goes to time, the win should go to the side with the lowest HP. You probably meant with the highest HP. But yes, I feel like that should be the tiebreaker, as opposed to just like giving it to whoever was on defense.
Give it a try.
Because like when I'm like clearly way far ahead and then it goes to time, like that just feels really lame.
We fight to bring peace.
I'll take care of these guys.
Looks like they have Is this Transcendent Amy right here? It is Transcendent Amy. Alright. I haven't seen her much. Ooh. We're shooting each other in the face with Timeless Iona.
Where violence and conflict intertwine, great riches abound.
Yeah, I figured Lone Syndicate. I figured. There's a Del Carlo with the summer skin. And that's Ressa with the wedding dress.
We fight to bring peace.
So yeah, Ressa right here, and then summer skin Del Carlo. They put the Ressa in front of Van Helsing, which is definitely not ideal. Also, they put their Bella all the way in the back, which seems like a weird choice. Kind of a strange placement for their units. Welcome, those just joining the stream. We're finishing up some arena in Silver and Blood. We'll be playing Nikke in a minute. Alright, I think I get one more attack. Yeah, one more attack. Find a worthy opponent. All right, Vermouth, thanks for coming through. Have a good weekend. And if you're in the US, enjoy your 3-day weekend holiday. This person's a little weak, but I think we'll just take it. Yeah, they're using, like, that's kind of funny. They're using all SRs, but then they have Transcendent Noah. So they got an Ancestor, and then, like, not even any limit breaks. Is this a bot? This name doesn't look like a bot, but this is a very strange lineup. The fact that they don't have any limit breaks on their SR units... This is an extremely strange looking team. And then they have an Ancestor. I don't know. Sure. All right. We'll take the win. Noah was sounding angry in the background. He's like, I'd lay to rest.
Where violence and conflict intertwine.
Okay, I guess that's it. I don't have any current Flying Dutchman courses that I can do. What is the next one? It won't show me. Ooh, but I only have to beat like one more stage in the campaign, and then I'll get to it. Also, I have something to pick up here in the Blood Arena. What is this? Oh, that's right. Because now this, I forgot. So I just collect passive currency from this now. Now that I have the Crucible. I heard that that was a thing. Okay, we are going to get some Knowledge of Deities. This is a hard to get skill leveling material. And this is random. Hopefully we get some Marksman. One Marksman, okay. I wonder if I can level up Iona's skill. Can I?
Vassal of the Bathory.
No. Oh my gosh. I need 140 of these? That's crazy.
And Noah Nabonite, who has walked with me through
I need 140 just to get to level 8 on this. That's wild. Huh. Okay. Well, I thought the bottleneck was going to be these. I'm getting kind of close. But that's nuts. That's nuts. All right, that's going to be a while. Is everything? I think I've double checked this, like triple checked this like multiple times. Okay. All right, it's Nikke time, guys. It's Nikke time. So yeah, if you guys aren't already, you should definitely check out Silver and Blood. It's a great game. Like I said, if you like Nikke, if you like vampires, you like gothic horror, if you want something that actually has a good story, well-developed characters, and gives you motivation to play, try Silver and Blood. How long has the game been out total? And you believe all areas are at the same pace. I'm not sure what you're saying about all areas being at the same place. But the game has been out for like 2.5, like maybe close to... It came out at the end of June. So, yeah, like 2.5 months, basically. Not even 2.5 months. But, yeah. So, still a pretty new game. Lone Syndicate says, already playing like 3 gachas, so you'll live vicariously through you, Sparks. Fair enough, Lone Syndicate. Fair enough. As much as I would like other people to enjoy this game, I get it. People are invested in it. I will say, okay, play what you think is fun. So if you are already playing multiple gachas and you're genuinely enjoying them, that's awesome. Keep going, doing what you do, right? But I also feel like the sunk cost fallacy is very real, very applicable to gacha games and gamers in general. So if there is a game that you're like, yeah, I'm playing a few games, but I'm just like starting to play some of these out of habit, or you're, you know, maybe not enjoying it as much as you actually thought you were earlier, I would say try Silver and Blood, and it might be worth dropping another game. So that's all I'll say about that. Give it a chance. All right. Let's go to the Outpost. Dr. Yo says not adding another game. Yeah. Plus you need space for Duet Night Abyss when it comes out. But that's not even a gacha game. I mean, granted, there's nothing special about gacha games, right? Like, ultimately, it's just, like, games in general, or, like, time that you spend playing around on our hobbies, whatever it may be. But I will say gacha games, I guess, in a way, are kind of unique, just because of, like, doing the dailies. Although that's not something even unique or new to gachas, now that I say that. Because, like, pretty much any, like, MMO or, like, live service multiplayer game or whatever, like, they all have these, like, things where you're like, gotta play every day, log in, get my rewards kind of thing. Still a game that'll take up your time. Yeah, exactly, Dr. Eels. I get it. I get it. I feel like for me, and I have not looked into Duet Night Abyss that much. So anything I say about it, take it with a grain of salt. I've only looked at it on a very surface level. It does look like it could be fun, but I think it's kind of stepping out of that, like, mobile game territory, which I realize a lot of people just play mobile games on their PC anyway. But I think like once a game kind of gets out of the just like point and click kind of, maybe like has an auto battle mode, and maybe there's a gotcha or there isn't a gotcha, something that's easily you play casually for like 5 minutes or whatever, can put it down. I think once it gets like out of that space that like has the hallmarks of all the like typical mobile games, like the things that they traditionally have, I look at games with a different standard, and then I'm like, all right, is this game actually like something that I would want to play all the time? Like, is this better than Elden Ring, or is this better than, you know what I mean? And like, okay, obviously a lot of games are not going to be better than Elden Ring, and like there's different genres of games, but the point is, once it's no longer that like really casual kind of mobile game, I definitely, it takes a lot more for me to want to play it. Because like you guys know, I played First Descendant for a while, which looks like very, very similar to Duet Night Abyss. And I'm kind of just like using this as like a conversation starter. I have nothing specifically against Duet Night Abyss at all. But like I kind of just, like after a while, just got tired of the First Descendant, because like it was cool to play for a while, but then like, you get into the grind, and that game had its own problems, like every game does. And then it was just kind of like, I don't know if I really want to bother playing this anymore. Like there's other better, like quote unquote real games, for me to play. You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know if that resonates with any of you guys. But I do kind of have two different buckets of games in my head, if that makes sense. Lone Syndicate says, when I heard Night Abyss didn't have stamina and you can just buy characters outright, I'm like, this ain't even a gacha game anymore. Yeah, I mean, it is not a gacha game. It is straight up not a gacha game. Which is neither good or bad, but it is definitely a different type of game. Dr. Eel says, I played the beta, so you have more experience and interest in the game than probably most. Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. That makes sense. I'm curious. Did you ever play Warframe? I don't think you played First Descendant. But did you ever play Warframe? Because I believe that's kind of like the model that all these games have kind of copied. Which, I mean, a looter shooter is not even unique to Warframe either, right? Like, there's tons of those. Like if you go far back enough, you have like Destiny, and even before that you have like Borderlands and whatever. But I think of kind of the live service like modern looter shooter, like Warframe is kind of like what all these games have copied. Yes, you played Warframe for years, so that is why you're interested in it. Okay, yeah. So this is your chance to play kind of like a newer, like slightly different version or something like that. That makes sense. That makes sense. Who do I want to advise next? Warlock says, the 3 current gachas you play without fail every day are Nikke, Girls Frontline 2, and Silver and Blood. Okay, cool. So I'm curious, Warlock Warlord, since you're still an active Girls Frontline 2 player, and shout out to my fellow Nikke and Silver and Blood player as well. But since you're a current Girls Frontline 2 player, how do you feel about the state of the game right now? Like, do you feel like it's in a healthy place, or do you feel like it's kind of winding down? Despite like, okay, they came out with a crazy $200 aesthetic, which is probably nuts. Like in general, do you feel like, is that like the sign where you're like, yeah, this is just another thing the game is doing wrong? Or do you feel like the game is still really good, and that was just like one random thing that's kind of lame? Because I feel like that's two different things, right? Dude, I don't even know who I should be advising next. Did I run out of people to advise? Oh, Mary. I could advise Mary. Mary or... Wow, is Mary literally my only option? She might be. Okay, Mary or Trina. Yeah, it's Mary or Trina. That's it. Wow. Okay, well, we'll advise Mary. You say Mary, yeah, we'll go with it. Lone Syndicate says, speaking of Borderlands, Borderlands 4 is dropping in 2 weeks. You're hyped? Nice. I think the only one I played was Borderlands 2, I want to say. A group of my friends wanted to play it, so we like did that for a while. But then they were super flaky, and so like our game nights kind of fell apart. Okay, so somebody was asking about like speculation on the bunnies. I will say it could be literally anybody. It could be literally anybody. I think the front runner for one of the bunnies is Ada. As much as I want to say it's Mana, I think, I don't know who pointed this out to me, I don't remember, but the fact that the glasses shape in the hint is basically the same as Ada, or Aid. I think it's Aid. I think it's probably Aid. The other one is probably Milk. I think it's a pretty clear consensus that the other one is Milk. It could be possible that it's like another sporty Nikke, like Rumani or something, but I think Milk. So I would say like Aid and Milk are the two top picks for who the bunnies probably are, with second choices maybe being like Mana and Rumani, but I think we probably know who it is. By the way, what rank am I still right now? Let's see where I'm at. 1.6%. All right. Well, we're still holding strong with our team with Eve on it. We'll see if we stay in that top 3%. I think we probably will. Warlock says, gameplay-wise, it remains the same. We're talking about Girls Frontline 2 here. Story-wise, from here on, it's supposed to get better and better. So when you say gameplay remains the same, to me, that means it feels like a lot of times it's sort of like there isn't a lot to do, which I think was like one of the main problems. Like the end game just isn't there. But the story getting better sounds good. That's good. I feel like Girls Frontline 2 had a ton of yapping. A ton of yapping. But it was also like a pretty decent world. You know, not on the level of something like Nikke or Silver and Blood, but it was pretty good. I would say it was better than the average gacha game. So the story getting better, that's cool. All right, let's do our challenge mode. Hello? There we go. By the way, another thing, in case anybody was unclear, Silver and Blood has a fully voiced English storyline. Also for the events. So like the current event is fully voiced. And the main campaign is fully voiced. Although they need to catch up. I think now starting in chapter 12 forward, they don't have voice acting on it yet, but they are adding it. Dr. Yo says Aid, yeah, might be likely because, like they pointed out, that the body type didn't matter when it came to Soda for last year. Yeah, I also felt like it could be Rouge because the body type is almost exactly like Rouge. But yes, it seems like they changed that a lot for the bunnies anyway. It doesn't really matter on the hint picture, and it is just kind of on a generic mannequin anyway. You hope they give Aid a good kit? Yeah. She's pretty underwhelming in her current form. What should we get here? I guess we'll grab these. Let's see. DeWitt says... DeWitt? DeWitt. I'm butchering your name. Girls Frontline 2 had too much yapping without moving the character development. Yeah, it was just like an incredibly slow pace. Sometimes it's like, good lord, like how long are we going to talk about this? I agree. And you just had to read everything. You just had to read everything. Gunsmoke has improved? Okay, that's good, that's good. But it's still easy that you can auto it, but not as optimal if you're trying to be high rank. I mean, that makes sense, that makes sense. Warlock Warlord says, I was hoping for other Nikkes to be it, but they have to be Tetra. I mean, yeah, they've all been Tetra, right? I think they've probably all been Tetra. I think that's true. I'm trying to think of like one that wasn't. I'm pretty sure you're right, but I want to like find an exception just to like be like, no. Folkwang is Tetra, right? Yeah, she is. Yeah. Blanc, Noir, Rupee, Folkwang, Viper. Wait, is Mary Tetra? Because Mary is a bunny, right? She's probably Tetra. Where is Mary? What the hell? She's the only one I'm really doubting right now, though. Oh my god, burst 1. It's too many units to look through. Yeah, she is Tetra. Soda is Tetra. We already know that. Yeah, they really are all Tetra. Am I forgetting any bunnies? I think that's all the bunnies that I mentioned, right? Yeah. Could be Rouge, though. Keep holding out for Rouge. Rouge has the figure for it, and she is Tetra. But, I mean, Ada... Aid... I keep going back and forth between her name. Aid, she'll probably look good in a bunny suit. She'll probably look good. All right, interception. Alright, we're just gonna let it do its thing on auto. Gotta answer my friend real quick. Started shooting that tentacle too late. Oh well. I should just let it auto. Just let it auto. to try and text in game. Usually it doesn't work. And tier 7, there we go.
물결이 잔잔해졌어. 이제 다음 이야기를 향해 헤엄쳐서 가볼까?
보셨나요? 당신의 왕이 승리를 가져왔답니다.
이걸로 우린 좀 더 꿈에 다가갈 수 있어.
3 runs and 1 custom module. 1 custom module, guys. We are the 1 custom module gang. Alright, great. Thank you, Shift Up. For nothing. Rookie arena time. So I have a little confession to make. Better than 0? I mean, you're not wrong. But yeah, I'm just gonna bring up Etheria really quick. Because we're in the middle of a united front, which my union's doing very well, and again, good job, guys, good job. I was gone for a few days, right? And like I already talked about how like I didn't even really miss it, and I'm not making content for it anymore. I forgot to even collect my module forge gear. Like I on the last day, I forgot to pick it up, so I didn't get that. Because it just like, I don't know, it wasn't even on my mind. Have I done any of the solo raid museum battles? I have not. Well, there was that one time on stream when I started to fight Mother Whale and then was just like, never mind, I'm not going to bother with this. All the other solo raids I did in real time. So there's no reason for me to go for it. I mean, I know you can farm resources from it, so I probably should be doing it, to be honest. But it feels like stuff I've already done. So the short answer is no, I haven't done solo museum battles. Yeah, it does suck, Dr. Eagles. Honestly, it does. But when I realized I hadn't gotten it, I wasn't as disappointed as I expected to be. Like, if I had missed something like that in Nikke, which there isn't even really an equivalent thing, but if I had missed something big like that in Nikke, I would have been pretty bummed out. But yeah, I think that's just like where I'm at, right? I was just like, well, whatever. It is what it is. All right. Oh, nice. Okay, that's pretty good. We got an R shotgun. That's a pretty good pull. You still think it's dumb that it's an event? Yes, I 100% agree that it is dumb that it is an event. Add that to the list. I think I'm extra bitter about Etheria. I normally don't shit on games. Like, I don't know. I think longtime viewers of my channel will know I generally stay away from drama, and I don't like just being negative about things. And I feel like it's been brought out of me more with Etheria because it had such a good launch, and like the base of the game has so much potential, and for them to then just like drive that into the ground with like so many stupid decisions is just very disappointing. You know, because it's like that, like, what could have been kind of idea. And I know a lot of my viewers were initially hyped for it and started playing it. And, like, you know, I, like, was streaming it at the moment it launched at, like, 3 a.m. my time, and everybody was on it. And part of me also feels bad that I got so many people into it for a disappointing experience. Which is silly because, like, it's not my fault. Like, and I'm not really taking, like, responsibility for it. Like, that's on the devs, right? But still, it just kind of adds to my, like, general frustration with the whole situation. You know what I mean? Okay, I think that's, like, basically it, guys. I think that's it. So I am still leveling up equipment for Eleg. Just got back and Sparks is talking smack about Etheria. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so I can't level her up yet. Okay. Nearly finished with her. And then maybe next stream we'll try Harvester again and see if we can get the tier 9 clear. What level in Silver and Blood should you feel confident to join an alliance? I mean, I joined one right away. But I'm taking a pretty casual approach, right? You know, I think unless you're looking for an alliance where you're like, oh, I'm trying to be competitive, then, like, obviously do whatever you need to do that. But, like, I found a nice active union with people that were, like, in the hundreds for their level, and they accepted me. And, like, I've played every day since, you know, and I'm progressing, and so I think they're, like, cool with me. So, yeah, I wouldn't stress about it too much. You know, just find a union that looks like it's active, and maybe they're missing a few people, and join it. Dr. Yule says, although it has its issues, there is still a chance for it to improve. It's just they keep adding more weird decisions like that paid PvP skin. Yeah, exactly. That's the thing. It's like there's always that hope that it's going to improve. And then they just continue to make baffling decisions that are just, like, dumb, you know? And I think that $51 background, I think, was the final thing that really made me think, like, these people are just not thinking about this at all. Like, their head is on a different planet. They're dumb. I'm just gonna say it, you know? and so that was just, like, the final thing that, like, was on top of all the other issues where I'm like, they're just doing the wrong stuff, you know? And so that kind of, like, I think was the last thing that killed hope for improvement. Lone Syndicate says, I remember Etheria launch day and I was streaming it and it was so hype. Yeah. That was a fun stream. It was a fun stream. Anyway, yeah, that's it, guys. Ada is offering you some tea, and hope you guys have a great weekend, a great 3-day weekend if you're in the US. Nikke is in a good place. Silver and Blood is kicking butt. Hope you guys enjoy any other games that you are playing. If you haven't already, subscribe on YouTube. Give me a follow on Twitch. Appreciate you guys all hanging out with me. Hit that like button. And I hope you guys have a good night, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you guys are at in the world. I gotta go meet up with some friends, and I'll catch you guys in the next video or stream.